Hey guys, welcome to another video. It's your girl C-Positivista. So in this video, I want to just give you guys like a 6 months update post having my hysteroscopy procedure. I had my hysteroscopy in April 2025, and in August I had like a telephone consultation um with my with my gynecologist, and she was basically just saying that basically the results from that is there's nothing wrong. Like, the results are cleared, everything is fine. And to be honest, since then as well, due to like the changes to my diet and just reducing stress levels as well, my periods have gone back to being very regular, and it's not as heavy as it used to be. It's just normal. I'm not gonna say that it was the hysteroscopy that's made the changes. What? Because the hysteroscopy is a procedure to check. So they don't really do anything to make any changes. It's literally a procedure to check if there's anything like fibroid cysts, and things like that. So when I was diagnosed with menorrhagia, which is heavy periods, the concern was mainly to check if there were any cysts or anything like that. And like, I just thank God there's nothing. They didn't find anything. Like, my uterus is healthy, my womb is healthy. So I just thank God. In terms of like being iron deficient, I've been on top of it. Like, I've been making sure that I'm having my iron rich foods. I've been taking iron tablets. Like, I'm just like, in terms of health, I'm in a good place. I've just been advised to ensure that stress levels are very, very low. And with that being said, I work from home. I work from home. So I'm not having to go into the office. Like, I don't have the hassle of, you know, commuting to work and things like that. Like, there's been some things that I have made changes to, to sort of like accommodate my health in general. Certain foods, like, I've cut off sugar, I've cut off carbs. Obviously, like, once a month or here or there, I might have a cheeky lasagna, because I love a lasagna. I might have a cheeky rice and peas. I love Jamaican cuisine. Obviously because of my foster mum. But it's like, women, it's so important for you to listen to your body. Like, what's your body saying? And a lot of the times you might be having certain symptoms on your body because, like, you might be having certain symptoms because of your diet, maybe. Like, you might think, oh yeah, pH balance is a bit, why is your pH balance messed up? What are you eating? What are you drinking? Like, how much alcohol are you drinking? Like, how much stress are you putting yourself under? Like, is work stressful? Like, all of those things add up. Because I personally thought that I thought I had some form of cysts and things like that. But the results, after the hysteroscopy, the internal scan, they saw nothing. They found nothing. There's nothing there. So they just put it down to stress. And because they put it down to stress, I had to really sit down and say to myself, you know what, see, like, you really need to just make changes. And there's so much that comes with being a woman. Like, there's so much, I've heard so many stories of like infertility and things like that. And for me, it's like, I'm not married yet, but I will be, and children are very much in the cards. So it there's no better time than the present to start preparing your body. Like, don't wait until you're married, or don't wait until you're in a situation for you to start looking after yourself. And I've got to admit, like, my relationship with food was not the best. Like, I was constantly like emotional eating. Like, whenever something frustrated me, I was eating. Like, my mouth was always clapping, and the things that I was eating were not necessarily healthy. And I was constantly just allowing myself to be stressed, to be triggered, with work and all of that stuff. Gone are the days where I'm breaking my back for a company or breaking my back for anybody or anything. Like, I've got to look after myself. I've got my treadmill. Wake up in the morning, I do my 1 hour on the treadmill. If I feel like I don't want to do the treadmill, I go to my local park, I do my little walk. I bought this watch here, which literally, like, it lets me know like how many steps I've done for the day. It lets me know how many calories I've burned. It lets me know, you know, like my heart rate and things like that. I've downloaded an app on my phone which scans my food and lets me know if I'm eating the right things, like how many calories I'm having. Like, take the steps, ladies. Take the steps to prepare your body, like, especially if you want to have children. Especially if you want to have children, like, take the steps to make sure that you're good. Do the tests. Do them now. Do them now. Do the tests now. You might think, oh, there's nothing wrong. Oh, it's just heavy periods. No, you shouldn't be bleeding so much. You shouldn't be bleeding so much and for so long. I shared in one of the videos on the health series that I did a couple of months ago that I bled heavily for 12 days and I was fainting and I ended up in A&E, and that's what sort of like triggered the need for them to do the internal checks, hysteroscopy. And but in that room, when I went to sit down in that waiting room, I was talking to women. There were women that were having certain parts of their bodies removed. Yeah? Because of the agony, the pain. And I feel like sometimes, I really feel like our system is messed up in terms of like how the health system is built, where there isn't really much of the conversations about nutrition. There isn't really much of a conversation about how to maintain your body. It's all about, it's always, especially, you know, especially when there was a conversation of like, oh yeah, heavy bleeding, they were like, yeah, go on a coil, you know, go on a coil, start taking the pill. And I'm just like, you're offering contraception, like you're offering contraceptive pills. Oh yeah, no, like it will regulate your hormones. And it's like, no, I want to do things the natural way. And I really feel like we're living in the times where like we're being pushed more and more towards having things put in our bodies that will manage our hormones. I don't want anything to manage my hormones. I want my body to be able to manage it by itself. So how do I do that? There needs to be conversations around nutrition. There needs to be conversation about like the right type of foods to eat. There's certain foods I just can't eat. I'm not diagnosed with PCOS, but I've had some PCOS symptoms, you know, and it's just, it's a lot, and it can be a lot. But I'm just so glad, like I'm just so grateful to God that obviously the results have come back clear and everything is fine. But now it's all about me being on top of it. Now it's me saying, you know, I want to be a mama. Like, I want to be a mum. And if you want to be a mum, start preparing from now. Start preparing your body from now. You know, start preparing your body from now. Like, prepare your body. Go and have those tests. In the same breath though, it's just something that I'm so scared to do is the what's that thing called? The smear test. Oh God. I've not gone to get my smear. And it's not something that I'm looking to do anytime soon. And I know it might sound a little bit ignorant, but I'm just enough of like the intrusion, like enough of from now on, I'm gonna listen to my body. Like, if my body feels not okay, or if my body says more water, if my body says rest, if my body says, I'm listening to my body. And ever since I've started to listen to my body, I'm feeling a lot better. Like, look at my skin, look at my hair, look at my nails. Like, healthy. But it's taking me time. Like, look at this picture here. And look at me now. Literally, that was me like a couple of months ago. when I was heavily bleeding, my health wasn't in the best place. I was looking all types of ways. We need to pay attention to our bodies, pay attention to what is going on inside, internally, what is happening with you. Tap into your femininity. A period is something that us women are to have on a monthly basis. You know, I've spoken to young women who are just okay with just going months and months without having periods. And I was exactly the same. Like when I went months without having periods, I was just like, oh, thank goodness. Like, what do you mean? that is an issue, especially if you want kids later on. That is an issue. You need to be ovulating, you need to be having a period, you need to be, and I'm learning more about my cycle. So I deleted my app Flow, because in my mind I'm like, why am I depending on an app to let me know when I'm ovulating, when I'm in my luteal phase, when I'm in my follicular phase, when I'm in my menstrual? Why am I depending on an app to do that? I deleted it. I was like, yeah, cool. I've done it for some time. I'm now like, all right, cool. I'm counting my days. I know my cycle now. I'm listening to my body. Now I know. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ovulating. Oh yeah, that's that luteal phase. And it's taken me time, but I'm sitting down, I'm thinking to myself, like, even my friends in Angola, yeah, I was talking to my friend, like my close friend. She's a doctor, right? And we were just talking, and she was like, I've never used an app. I just know my body. And I was like, to her, teach me, how do you do these things? Like, you've got women who know their bodies, like, and I'm so glad that I can now say I know my body. I know my body. Like, I know my body. I know when I'm ovulating. I know when I'm cranky. When I'm cranky, I know why. I know why. I know when it's time for me to focus on work, because it's like, all right, this is that time of the month where I can really, create videos and things like that. Like, I know when I'm in my creative state. I know when I need to rest. I know when I'm feeling fatigued, I need to do a little less. Like, I'm just listening to my body. Like, tap into your femininity, tap in, listen to your organs. And it's such a beautiful thing. Like, when I deleted the Flow app here, for me, I was just like, oh, thank you God. Like, and now I'm just counting my days. I have like a picture of a chart, so I know that, okay, my period started on this date. This is where I am at the moment. This is how many days. Like, literally my period's just lasting 4 days now. By the 4th day is even light. We shouldn't be bleeding for so long, ladies. We shouldn't be bleeding for so long. Like, I'm not a medical professional, but I'm letting you know my experience. And I've spoken, listen, in this time, like this time, I've spoken to so many medical professionals. I've spoken to so many women that have been going through it. Like, I've spoken to a woman who said she bleeds, she bleeds half of the month. I said, what? You're not meant to be bleeding for that long. She's got endometriosis. I said, wow. So there's some of us really going through it, and I went through it. I went through it, man. You lot, I went through it. I bled for 12 days. I said, whoa. And obviously it doesn't help with the fact that I'm anemic. So there was the fainting and stuff. So conversations like this need to be had, and I feel like some people are shying away from it. Oh yeah, like, I'm on the coil or on the pill, so I don't really get my period, and you're happy about that. That's not anything to be happy about. I mean, if you don't want to have any kids in the future, cool, that's fine. But I've heard people say things like, yeah, go get your coil, go get your this, stay on it for some time. In my mind, I'm like, bruh, these things are messing up with your bodies. Like, these things are messing you up, mashing you up. I've never had any coils or implants inserted in me. Obviously I've taken a pill, I've taken a pill and things like that, but I've just always been against something being inserted inside of my body. And I'm even surprised that I had the hysteroscopy, but that's something that I really needed to do for me to really check and be examined and see, all right, what's going on inside of my womb? What's going on? Are my ovaries okay? Is everything all right? And now the doctors have said everything's all right. To be honest, once I done the procedure, I was like, everything's gonna be all right. Everything's okay, because they would have told me there and then that they found something, but they didn't. They didn't find anything. They didn't find anything. So, girlies, tap into your body. Listen to your body. Delete the apps. Delete the apps. It's like we're living in the times where you're relying on the app to tell you when your period is. You're relying on the app to tell you when you're ovulating. You're relying on the apps to tell you that and every month you're going there and you're putting your symptoms and it's giving you all of these. Do you know what was annoying me? Is the fact that the app was never accurate anyway, because my period was always like inconsistent. It was always irregular. So I was always going on the app and getting frustrated. And in my mind, I'm like, forget the app. Forget the app. Yeah. Let me see what my body is saying. What is my body saying? And now I'm like, okay, cool. Everything's fine. The doctors have given me the clear. And I'm good. Literally, I've not had to take the tranexamic acid again. I've not bled heavily. I've made changes to my diet. There's certain things I just can't be yummy like that anymore, and that's okay. Once in a while, I might have a little, something here and there. I might have a little, I might have a little pastry or whatever, but I'm not as much as I used to, because my diet was bad. My diet was so bad. But your body will let you know. Like, it will either let you know through like heavy bleeding, it will let you know through, through breakouts and things like that. Every woman is different. Everyone's body is different. But yeah, that's sort of like my update after the hysteroscopy. And yeah, and that's how I'm feeling 6 months post the hysteroscopy. And yeah, so thanks for watching this video. Subscribe if you like this type of content. Here we talk about personal development, self-healing, all of that great stuff. I talk about women's health. I talk about natural hair, loving on your natural hair, loving on yourself as a Black woman, and things like that. Just just open and honest conversations, and just things that I feel like need to be talked about. Yeah, so I'll see you on the next video. Ciao. Bye.